Things like roads being widening up, that already lets you know that, okay, they're building a way to make an easier and a quicker access to the city.
It's like when they built this, when they constructed this trolley, before they announced the trolley was going to be built, some of these council members and some of these other people had bought property along the route of the trolley. Now, this property was dilapidated and shitty as hell, right?
Right.
They bought these buildings for cheap. The value skyrocketed up, and then they came out with the trolley. But they knew what the route was going to be. So, you know, it's equivalent to insider trading is what it is. And that's what they did, you see. And then they had people who bought some of this property, and they became upset because when the trolley was delayed and getting done, they were upset because, listen, I done bought this damn property and I can't even get my return on it because y'all ain't on schedule.
Right.
It was a plan. And so, you know, these are things that they sneak around and do and nobody else knows about it. But it ain't never just done on a whim.
Could you say, or do you believe that the police, the government, everybody more than the people that you actually see doing the crime?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm talking about is the people that's in the offices, that's making the rules, pushing the pens and pencils, wearing the suits.
Right.
Would you believe that they're the biggest conspiracy to the crimes?
Oh, yeah. But you know, like I know, white collar crime never gets punished like that. Never gets. I'm not even
talking about white collar crime. I'm talking about the recipe. And when I say the recipe, I'm meaning that they will let crime go on in these certain areas to let that area be tore down. So the property value go down, but they'll raise the taxes up. They let each other, they'll raise the taxes up so high, and they know that it's a low poverty area. They won't put no good jobs around that area to support the people in that area.
Right.
So
you can't get no tax dollars in your area. That's what they do.
Right.
That's what they do. They did that in Lincoln Heights. GE plant was part of Lincoln Heights, but then they said, no, it's not part of Lincoln Heights, it's part of Evendale. But it was always part of Lincoln Heights, but Lincoln Heights is one of the first.
They cut you
one
off.
One of the first black cities in the United States.
Right.
Right. One of the first black cities in Cincinnati, but they took it and put it in Evendale. It's the same process. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what they do all the time. But see, where I live at, they tore some houses. They're doing a little water construction way, and across the street they had bought these houses and tore them all down. So then what they did? Why is it getting dark? So what they did? My phone getting dark for some reason. So what they did? A lot of brothers would come out here in the summertime and park across the street and do all their little business. And so, listen, I try not to call the police. I don't do that kind of thing. Just talk to the brother. Like, listen, come on, man. The police would drive by, wouldn't say nothing to them. They don't really give a damn. You understand? They don't give a damn. But what you're saying is that they lower the property value so then they can come in here and just take what they want. And ravage because you ain't getting no money back. We're gonna give you this much. You better take it because if you sell it, you ain't gonna get no money no way in this little area. And that's what they do. That's what they do. So yeah, it's a process. It's a process. But I ain't going nowhere. I'm cool.
So the same process that they use, you could say, was almost the same recipe that they use when they robbed the Aborigines of Turtle. What did it say? Turtle? Would it be Turtle State? Okay, let's say Turtle State or Turtle Country or whatever.
Okay.
Meaning that before it was America, it was called Turtle State or country or whatever.
Okay.
But black people own majority of the land. Well, I'm gonna say black people own all the land out here.
Yeah.
Before they came.
Yeah. We were here before them. And anybody who do the history know that. Because
Okay.
I'm trying to fix this phone. Because you can't. Black people were brought here on a boat. So they say, right? Slave boats. So if you were brought here on a slave boat, how do you then bring the people on the slave boat, spend 100 days at the bottom of the ship, but then when you get here say, well, some of y'all are going to be slaves, but some of y'all can go about y'all business. That don't make no sense. But so that tells you a lot of us were here already. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's deeper. Well, they mind fuck the shit out of black people so they can take their shit. Well, people of color, period. So they can take their shit, come over here, make their own laws in our house.
Right.
That's like somebody moving in your house and making rules for you to follow in your own house. You know, rob you of your house and everything in it.
Well, I've been going around the country now. I've read some of these things where they move into the, like say down over the Rhine. They move in over the a lot of whites moving over the Rhine. So then when they're moving over the Rhine, they want to set up these counts and make up these new rules to the place that that don't even belong to them, you know? And so these new councils that are brought up by the white people, they set the rules. So the black people say, well, man, we've been here for kind of 30 years. What are you talking about? Well, this is the council. So, and that's what they do. They come and take over. But a lot of times we let them know. We let them.
Well, it's a lot of money that fluctuates through the city that just make people move in the direction that they want them to move in. And it's a lot of missing money.
Yeah.
So do you think that we would be better if we knew where the money was? Because basically they say everybody has an opportunity to get this money, but when you try to get that money, they put you through so much shit.
Yeah.
So would you say that's another reason why a black man or not enough black people own businesses?
Yeah. Another game they play, what they'll do, they'll put somebody that's supposed to put somebody black that's supposed to let us all know where to get the money at, what to do, how it's out there. But a lot of times they don't let us know. They keep it to themselves. It's a game they play. It's kind of like the same game that Trump played with Omarosa. She the head of this black thing and all this kind of shit, but her job really is to block black people. And so sometimes they put people in charge of these things, they're supposed to let us know, but they ain't really in it for us. They block these things, don't let us know. They might let a few of their friends know, but a few of their friends ain't about us, they about themselves and looking and meeting up with the white people and that kind of world. So they block us from getting those things. It's a game they play. But we got enough brothers and sisters on city council that this shit should be different. But we get them on city council and they just start playing the same silly ass game. You know.
Why do you think the free money, the government money, why is it such a secret to getting your hands on the money?
If you get your hands on that money, you can grow. They don't want us to have that money, man. They keep it to themselves. It's kind of like the minority contracts. You know, all of a sudden, a minority becomes a white female. How the hell is a white female a minority? And so the money stayed in the same places because their wives would go out and get the loans for these white companies who've been getting the money. It's a game. You know, you can't make sense out of it. How is a white female a minority? That makes no sense. But they became minorities and they were able to get the money. So a lot of times in these money, the money is supposed to go to minorities. They end up getting most of the money first.
How many of those businesses over the Rhine, downtown, whatnot, How many of those businesses would you guess to say that was funded by grants?
I would think most of them. Whether they needed a grant or not, they got most of them got money, you know. And the
Girl a bird from the bird like picker, and she only want to drink white liquor. Girl a shake to the bass and kicker. All I want to know is can you take this nigga? Girl a bounce
Upcoming artist goes by the name of Lyrical Prophet. This joint right here is called White Liquor. If you want this music, hit these links on this page. We out of here.
Kill it with the finishing. What's a couple of highly wrongs and diminishing. Galabad, look innocent. She a trini, so you don't know track we represent. Assassinate the boom like the president. Seen a crime bedroom, heavy evidence. All of she neighbor know my name in a relevant. Camcorder upon deck, R. Kelly and kisses on from she neck to the belly ring. True definition of sex with the alien. Girl a bird from the bird like picker.
The